Back in a championship setting and seemingly better than ever, this #1 contender in the women's flyweight division is ready to dethrone the champion. A lot of people believe she's going to get the job done.
Yeah, a lot of people believe it because they see in her performances how good she is, how talented she is, how confident she is. She has done everything to make sure that she does not mess up or lose out on this second chance. She's done this before. It took a lot to get back. Tonight she intends to deliver and become the champion finally.
Perhaps got to be mindful of an adrenaline dump. She gave so much to the media and fans all week. I know she's fired up. Got to manage that energy in advance of the biggest fight of your life. All right, so here she is, the now two-time UFC Women's Flyweight Champion, Valentina Shevchenko. Man, did she turn back the clock and turn in a vintage performance at Sphere in regaining her title against Alexa Grasso. A lot of people did not think that she could look that good at this stage of her career.
You know, John, for me, it was all about her spirit, her will and her smarts. This young lady went into that fight with Alexa Grasso and implemented the right type of game plan. It wasn't any ego. She fought smart. We know she's a high-level striker, but it was the wrestling, the improved wrestling that allowed for her to recapture her championship. I love how smart she fought that fight.
And now we'll see how she chooses to proceed tonight in what is a very interesting stylistic challenge. Valentina Shevchenko, ready to engage in another high-profile matchup here tonight. Our tale to take for this flyweight championship fight. All right, now for your main event introductions, the one, the only, Bruce Buck.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC Flyweight Championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, presenting the challenger, King Casey O'Neal. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC Flyweight Champion of the world, Valentina Shevchenko.
Herb Dean always gets a big pop. All right, the queen is back, Valentina Shevchenko. She has really realized a second win, maybe even a second prime in her career.
Well, John, she has started to rely on the wrestling. She has so long been known as one of the best strikers, but now as we watch her, it's the wrestling that is truly winning fights for her. Let's see if she can employ that strategy tonight and once again show she's the best in the world.
Oh, spinning back elbow right to the head. Could be in danger now. Shevchenko looking very comfortable on the feet as usual, and a lot of that just comes from spending her entire career under her first and longtime head coach, Pavel Fedotov. Stuffs the takedown, no problem. All right, here we go, early round one. It sort of seems as though both women are waiting for the other to make a mistake.
Well, they're trying to find an entry. You know, when you're at the highest level of the sport, one mistake could ultimately cost you everything you've worked your whole life for.
Well, we know how quickly this sport moves, but we got to acknowledge that big right hand a moment ago.
Another shot to the head.
Oh, look at her crack with that uppercut. She's got a great jab, some nice hooks, but she likes that uppercut tonight.
And that's why it's so effective, John. As you said, it comes off the hook. It comes off the jab. So when you expect a right hand off a jab, nope, she's throwing uppercut. When you expect a straight right off a hook, nope, she's throwing uppercut. So as you try to avoid that straight punch, the one is coming right up the middle. What a performance by the young lady.
Left hook to the head. All right, well, if you've been watching, you know her uppercut has been absolutely on point here tonight, DC. No reason to think she won't get right back to it.
No, she needs to go right back to doing it. It's working. She's very good at it. I think it's her best punch, and it's shown in this fight.
90 seconds now to go in the round. Shevchenko's eye looks to have been cut open here. Yes, it has.
It's never good to get cut, but right now it's a small one. You don't have to worry about it, but you got to protect it.
Takedown defense is there.
She does a great job breaking that clinch position.
Nice spinning attack there and able to land to the body. Well, she knew those body shots were going to come in bunches. She defended well there.
Yeah, she did a really good job of keeping her elbow tucked, not allowing herself to take that shot clean.
She's got that single collar in the clinch now. Final seconds of the round. Second round, straight ahead. All right, so the round is over, but not before damage was done. Cut on the cheek, sustained in that round. Cut man in there quickly as usual to try to seal it up. Well, she's done a nice job just hammering the cut on that eye. I'm not sure how much more fight time we're going to have tonight.
Yeah, she will not be able to go through this much longer. She took way too many shots to the eye, and now she's dealing with a nasty cut. She's got to be more focused on the defensive side if she wants an opportunity to win this fight.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Round 2 here to decide the UFC Women's Flyweight Championship. All right, so as this next round gets underway, hopefully the good action we saw in the last round will continue. Both fighters certainly had their ups and downs, both got the offense going, but now we'll see if one fighter or the other can really take control of what has been a very close fight thus far. Oh, beautiful counter. Nice combination there by Shevchenko, punctuates it with the kick, and if you're going to stand and trade with Shevchenko, better tighten up that defense.
Yeah, but that's usually what she does. She's very good at mixing it up and leaving you with a kick at the end. I think back to her fight with Holly Holm. I thought that was one of her greatest performances to date, when she was landing those beautiful combinations.
Just over 3 minutes to go in round 2. Missed on the right hand. O'Neal's thigh really starting to show serious signs of bruising here. Tremendous footwork on display by her there.
Yeah, beautiful countering, beautiful slipping, beautiful movement. It all starts with the feet, though. Before her head can move off that center line, she's got to be active with her feet, and that's exactly what she do.
Under 2 minutes to go. Very nice leg kick there by Shevchenko.
Huge knee lands from in close.
Shevchenko's thigh really starting to show signs of bruising now. That is a deep shade of purple. Oh, big power strikes landed on both sides. Look at that lead hand she lands the hook yet again, and defensively, a lot to be desired on the other side.
I mean, you've got to get better. You cannot eat these lead hooks over and over like this. But hats off to this young lady. She knew what she wanted to do, and she's doing exactly that tonight.
And they separate. Final seconds here. Nice move. Lands as good a body shot as we can certainly see tonight. This could be it. How about the body shot, and it comes just before the horn. 10 more seconds, and this fight was likely to be over, but she lives to see another round. Back to the stool, mentally, physically. We'll see if her corner can keep her in this fight. All right, we now re-rack some of the highlights from the previous round, of which there were a lot.
You ready to fight? You ready? Let's do it.
Round 3 of a possible 5. Shevchenko getting the better of her opponent here. Both fighters landing, but better defense by her.
Her check hook is nasty, John. You can see her setting that up the whole time. You got to find a way to kind of go forward, earn some respect, let your opponent know that if he keeps walking you down, doesn't matter how much. Oh my goodness!
Oh, beautiful hip toss there to take her down. She's flying Cormier Airlines tonight.
She's flying first class. She got thrown right on her head. You got to keep those hips back if you're going to defend this position. Got to be careful.
Shevchenko gets back up. Good sign for her there. Well, the numbers tell the story there. As you see the takedown department, she has been very successful and very efficient with that particular weapon here tonight. Watch for her to set up that hook again now. It's been a big weapon.
And she's still firing back in there. Beautiful punch to the body.
Oh, she lands it.
Oh, another one.
Well, she gets back up here, but she is on wobbly legs.
This is a crazy high pace.
How about these two going at it?
Got taken down again, yep.
Under a minute now to go in the round. Oh, and there it is. Beautiful reversal to get top position by O'Neal. That, not sure if she got overconfident, but the tide is turning.
The tide is turning. I mean, it's okay though. You know, when you get hurt, it's just fighting. Maybe she can regain that momentum and get back going in the direction that she wants to.
All right, so there's the horn indicating the end of the round, but not before damage was done. She was cut on her cheek from the strike in that round, and now the focus for the cut man, shutting that thing and making sure it doesn't become a factor here moving forward. All right, so a huge moment for her in that previous round, DC, as we show you some of the highlights. The knockdown nearly closed the show for her.
Yeah, and that's what we're going to focus on. We're going to focus on the knockdown because it looked like the fight was over. Now, is her opponent tough? Yes, but is her opponent smart enough to make the necessary adjustment as this fight goes forward?
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
Championship rounds are upon us. All right, so here we go. The crowd on its feet as this next round gets underway. You saw in the previous round, both fighters got rocked. I don't think the scorecards are going to be needed for this one.
No, the scorecard will not be needed. If we continue to fight as we did in the previous round, somebody is going to sleep. Oh, they both threw really hard.
Big power shot there. All right, so you see some welting now on the thigh a little bit as she continues to attack that area effectively.
It's a big part of the leg, so it takes
Fire there, put all of her weight into it, and now this could be the beginning of the end for her opponent.
It seems like we are in the final act of a four-part play because this fight is about done.
All right, half guard position for her here, and this is a spot where we've seen her have a lot of wild success in previous fights.
She has a tremendous amount of success from this position because she's so knowledgeable. She keeps the right side underhook and she just goes to work with that left arm. She's posting and elbowing. She's building her posture and punching. There are just so many different ways for her to score strikes from this position.
Shevchenko's looking for that arm triangle now. Oh, look how tight that arm triangle is.
Yeah, she's got it deep. Oh my goodness.
Come on, that's gotta be it. Oh, and just like that, she gets out of it.
She gets out of it. Great job staying calm when she was in a submission that you don't see very often. Great job landing from the top position.
Shevchenko's able to transition back to side control now. Making all these shots count. Trying to finish this fight. Most fighters will tell you offensive wrestling is the hardest, most exhausting thing.
Especially if you're just running the guy over, Jonathan, he just gets up. Way to kick her off and try to get some space to get up. I think that one hurt her a little bit.
Man, she just peppered her with another shot to the head.
She better keep her hands high or she is going to get knocked out.
Well, she hasn't gotten the finish yet, but it's not for a lack of effort. Several huge uppercuts have landed, and prevailing wisdom is she goes right back to it here, I would think.
She has to go back to that. Why would she not go back to it? You don't fix something that's working. It ain't broken. Don't try to fix it. She is a master of landing uppercuts.
Well, doing her able best to avoid the ground and pound here. Nice job by Valentina Shevchenko. It is plausibly 2-2 here as we hit this fifth round. All right, so what a performance by her there in that round, DC. I know you sort of marveled at her confidence when we sat down with her on Thursday. That was the best round of her UFC career right there.
I mean, she told us that's exactly what we would see. And she's gone out there and delivered. Hurt her opponent on multiple occasions. Just a confidence in her striking that I don't think we've ever seen from her prior.
You ready to fight? Ready. Do it.
We have arrived at this fifth and final round. Feint by O'Neal.
Great job blocking that punch by the shin leg. Oh, big elbow.
All right, so now we see some bruising on that calf on the lead leg, DC.
Well, she talked about it in the fighter meeting. She goes, we are going to beat her lead leg up. She's found a lot.
Fire there, DC, the seminal blow of this fight thus far.
Yeah, man, she landed a massive hook. And it had...
Oh! Well, she's able to get back up here, but man, look how wobbly she is. Wow. Rock'em, sock'em, down the stretch they go. Well, Well, we could be looking at an epic comeback here. She rocked her significantly, but wasn't able to finish the fight, and now her opponent maybe creeps back in.
Her opponent will now try to find a way to work her way back into this fight. It will be on her to once again land one of those brutal punches to try to knock her out this time. And that is just one of the things, right? You start talking to these people that watch fights, and what you don't realize and respect is that everything can change in one moment. It's such a game of inches when it comes to mixed martial arts.
All right, there it is. She lands the calf kick yet again, and I'm not sure her opponent's going to be able to stand up too much longer.
Won't be many more, John. It won't take much more in order to get this fight finished. She has got to check, but she needed to check 20 of them ago.
Yeah.
Right now, it's too late.
Stuffs the takedown, no problem. 90 seconds to go to decide this one.
Now the two separate from the clinch.
Well, her opponent looks to be getting a bit desperate as she landed with relative ease there.
Well, it looks like her opponent's just barely standing.
Oh, just like that, that'll do it. And still, undisputed UFC flyweight champion.
I don't have words to describe this woman. I believe she is the best. She's elite in everything, and she is still the UFC world champion.
All right, to make this title fight official, here's Bruce.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Herb Dean has called a stop to this contest at 3 minutes, 53 seconds of round number 5. Declaring the winner by knockout and still the undisputed UFC flyweight champion of the world, Valentina Shevchenko.
Well, man, is Valentina Shevchenko fun to watch when she is on, as she was here tonight. This is a fighter who has been mixing the martial arts for a long time now, way before it was in vogue. And, of course, the results